Good afternoon, Judge David Morris on behalf of Pleasant Lake Park LLC.
Your name, sir?
Christopher Genovian.
Genoviak. Okay.
The W is a V.
Got it.
It's Polish.
All right.
I apologize the way I exited last encounter. I just a little bit of pain. It's my first time in court. I wasn't just wanted to get out of the Thunderdome. So, but Mr. Allen, good to see you again, Mr. Allen.
This is the Thunderdome?
I consider
We're gonna
sweating it's a Thunderdome.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because
98% of places I encounter.
I was gonna we could put something outside. The Thunderdome. All right. Okay, where are we on this case?
This is our third hearing on this case. Last hearing, the second hearing, court directed plaintiff to engage a critter control business to do an inspection of the
Correct.
and directed that the defendant put November rent into escrow. Because of the timing, I drafted and have a signed unsworn declaration of the inspector that can produce to the court.
Okay. Yes. Have you seen it, sir?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I know,
Okay.
I know what it may say, but
Well, go ahead and look at it.
I'd rather hear your evaluation. But I'll read it. But this is quite a lot. I don't want to waste the court's time.
Well, not,
It's a lot of points.
I'm getting paid, so you're not wasting my time.
I may need to adjourn to call my attorney if that's free, and that's been referred to me for free by the state of Michigan. I may need to refer this. I may need to adjourn. I don't know. This is a lot. But I have prepared my statement.
Well,
which is brief and short.
Well, but hold on a second, sir. So I'm looking at this, and there were certain specific things that you complained about that were happening as a result of an infestation of some type. This is basically indicating that there is not or no evidence of an infestation.
So that's completely contradictory to the reality. You need to relive it. So I was interested to see I wanted to see what Mr. Weasel's inspector said, and to make this very clear, I think this is the most important part. Mr. Weasel inspector is my next door neighbor. He never provided a valid card. His company is not licensed or insured, and he hasn't proven that. He's my next door neighbor, and I believe there's a conflict of interest. Mr. Weasel owns a trailer park that the inspector lives in. There's a major conflict of interest. This is the burglar investigating himself, isn't it? And I'm satisfied with whatever you decide, of course, but there is rat poop in my living room, and Mr. Weasel. And
okay, hold on, sir.
Okay, there's a lot of.
So why? I guess part of it. My question is, why didn't you put the money into escrow?
I just forgot. I'm looking for a job because I'm unemployed. I have the money. I can prove to you with bank statements that the money's there. I have over $3,000, almost $4,000 maybe, but the money's secure. It's there. I'll have.
Well, but hang on. It's got to be placed in court escrow.
Okay. I will.
Right.
It's my first rodeo.
You know, but I was kind of clear with you that you had to place that within 7 days of the last hearing, so it should have been in at the beginning of November.
Oh.
By November 7th.
That can be an escrow within by the end of the day. I was really just focusing on employment because I haven't been sleeping because there's a lot of rats and mouse. I spoke to Mr. Weasel this morning, and we both confirmed that we're going to do more inspections and maintenance. And that he confirmed to me that the baseboards in my kitchen are like flappy. And we didn't look for that because there was many holes around the skirting of the trailer. So that has been about almost completed, the skirting around my trailers.
Are you planning on hiring an expert to
I wasn't prepared for this denial of reality. So now I'm forced to call like Terminex. That's like a licensed and insured inspector, not a the gentleman that did this inspection.
I hear you.
Okay. The gentleman that did this inspection, like literally lives 2 houses down, and he doesn't own a car. His car used to say critter control on it, but it's gone. When I asked him where his car was, he said it's in the shop. The gentleman is very kind. We were all three, Mr. Weeks.
Oh, okay. All right.
We all witnessed poop in the house, and the poop is still there. There's still poop in my house. There's still holes in my kitchen and multiple places. The evidence is coming out of my ears. But I was not prepared for this denial of reality. I was expecting a deal, so we could all go back to living in peace and harmony. I was not expecting this to go on.
Well, have you called?
I'll call
Counter-
next now.
No, hold on. Have you called? If you were expecting a deal, have you called the attorney's office to see about working something out?
I spoke to Mr. Weasel about making a deal multiple times in person and on the phone. And he just says he doesn't want to talk about it, but that was a few days ago. But when I talked to him this morning and complained about continuous rat poop and that the baseboards are now there is super evidence. There is chewing and they're chewing on the rug in my second bedroom and the carpeting. There's like carpeting all over my house.
Sir,
Yes,
I heard you the first time that you were here. I'm hearing you now. I understand that what you are saying is going on. That is why I asked plaintiff to get somebody in there to look at it, to provide something to the court with regard to basically do an inspection to see if there's anything there.
Yes, Judge, there was an inspection done by Stephen Stamper, and frankly, to the point, to the allegation that there's some conflict of interest, I'm personally not aware of his living where he lives, but this statement submitted under the penalty of perjury by a person who is qualified to do animal control. Frankly, our court system would come to a halt if we just said that someone knows someone who did something and they made a sworn statement, that this is a legitimate sworn statement. He will testify to the truth of these matters. He did an inspection of the outside and inside of the premises. There was no signs that and I spoke to him regarding this, he found no signs of ongoing animal activity. The primary purpose for this inspection was to look for something like a beaver or a bob under the premises. That he found one several-month-old animal dropping that he believes to be from a cat. He had done prior trapping events and really nothing. There is no ongoing animal activity under the premises. He found the condition inside the premises, which we believe to be, or he believes to be, a product of the tenant's living condition, is conducive to mice and rodent presence. He didn't find any specific evidence of current mice or small rodents, but he wouldn't be surprised if there are mice or small rodents that would be attracted. And it's the landlord's position that that attractive nuisance can be mitigated by the defendant, and any further work or trapping needs to be done in conjunction with cleaning the interior of the premises. So frankly, it's a large number of properties have mice and other rodents, and it's not surprising that he may see signs of a mice.
Michigan in the winter and there are mice indoors. What a concept. What?
So point number 17 is clearly perjury. I did not see any signs of ongoing animal activity inside the premises, period. That is completely false. And all three of us were there, and we witnessed poop in my northeast corner. And there's also poop underneath my stove, and we need to reevaluate the baseboards, and that will wash away.
All right, sir.
This delusion here.
Sir, how long is it going to take you to get Terminex out there, or whoever you're going to get out there, to give you your own?
So they said they would do on the website. It's like the next day for a free inspection, and then so I guess there's a free inspection the next day. But if there's going to be any kind of action, that's going to cost a whole lot of money. There's rents, and the things are in the vents. The baseboards right now, ground zero is the baseboards. That's all I'm complaining about. But specifically, number 17 is he's liable for perjury in that, and I may pursue him to go to prison.
You have at it. Okay.
Specifically 17.
Okay.
That's all, that's my first thing I look at. So,
Have at it.
Can I make one comment, Your Honor? Thank you. That Mr. Stamper took what he called an endoscope, which I believe to be a camera attached to a small tube.
Yes.
And went in the heater vent because that was complained of. There was no findings in the heater vent. He
I
went.
never complained about the heater vent.
There was also a purported hole in a cabinet under a heat sink that was inspected. So, this moving target it's.
I hear you, counsel. Because the last time we were here, we weren't really even dealing with, at least I didn't think, small rodents. We were talking about large
I made a point on that.
animals.
I made a point specifically because I knew you were going to comment on that. So so we have done the deduction process. The skirting is complete, almost, I think, complete. Outside my house, there's 2 mouse boxes, and then he also bought me vent covers because there was holes in the vents. That's been completed. So we covered, and then after we got the deduction process, and now I'm like, where is all the chewing,
Okay.
noising?
Okay.
It's the baseboards. The baseboards is ground zero. That's
All right.
normal.
We're all in the baseboards.
Baseboards.
But that's what you're saying.
Baseboards. Sorry. I'm just, sorry, Judge.
So, plaintiff got their inspection. I am looking at that. That does not show any signs of anything that you complained of the first time. You are going to, although it seems it's a different thing now, irrespective of that, you are now going to get your own inspection. So my question is, how long is that going to take you to do? Because at some point, I'm getting this thing. We're going to try this thing.
Right.
And I'm not going to listen to it every week without
Yes, Judge.
render a decision.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, Judge. I'm gonna go on the internet and I'm gonna contact Terminex. I'm gonna do the free inspection like as soon as I get home. And I mean, they may arrive today or tomorrow. I mean, probably tomorrow.
All right, great. If they arrive tomorrow, then I can put this off 1 week.
Yeah.
Got plaintiff's inspection, which doesn't show anything indicating what you were saying before, but now, admittedly, as plaintiff has said, that the target has changed, but now you get your inspection, and then we'll see exactly where we are.
The skirting, I'm not satisfied.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
and that's,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't want to be here forever, but I mean, my trailer is the closest to the wood line, and there's a lake. This is all.
I know you told me. It's closest to a wood line, there's a lake. That's where I think the big beaver like thing came from before. Yeah, I know. I heard you. People don't think I'm listening. I hear everything. Even though I don't want to sometimes. I hear everything. So I'm going to adjourn this to November 21st, 2025. What time? 3 p.m. And the defendant, you're to do 2 things. I want that escrow paid, and you're to bring your inspection report.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Judge.
Thank you, counsel. That was much better than last time. That was okay. Well, for the rest of you, I'm all done. That's it. I can't take anymore.
Yep. Okay. Go! Will you hand me my screen box?
Now go freak.
Court calls the case of Pleasant Lake Park versus Christopher Janoway.
Happy to see you, Judge. Happy to see you, Mr. Allen. I have documents to submit.
What? Oh, just
David Morse on behalf of Plaintiff Pleasant Lake Park, LLC.
thank you.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Christopher Genoviak.
Okay. And what documents are you trying to submit to the court?
a counterclaim.
Have you,
So this is our fourth hearing. Last hearing, plaintiff presented an inspection, an unsworn statement by an inspector, and Mr. Janowiak asked for 1 week to get his own inspection done. I understand that he has done that. He provided me a copy of an inspection report today, just before the hearing, and I understand from the Register of Actions that he filed a motion to set aside default, which maybe is the counterclaim. I'm not sure.
I don't understand how I submitted the money. I don't know if I did that. I don't understand how I submitted money. I don't think I did that correctly.
how you what?
The money that you ordered to put in escrow,
Yes.
it's like a holding, like, you know, you may give me all the money back, hypothetically. I don't think I submitted the money correctly, because I don't want to, like, I put $12.30 in escrow because there's a $20
You did.
Where are they putting this over here?
I don't know. They also made him fill out this form. I don't know. That's why.
Oh, I see.
I told you about
Yes,
that.
you did.
Yeah, I think I did that.
No, the money, the escrow's there. We had a clerk that, I don't know why they did this. What they did, counsel, is apparently the only way that they ever saw escrow come in without an understanding that I ordered escrow was on a motion to set aside.
I see.
And so they had to fill out that form, which really means nothing because there is no judgment had they looked.
Yeah, I'm ignorant of my actions. I don't know.
No, it truly, sir, there may be other things that are your fault. This one's not. So, well,
This
okay.
is, the
You
proof.
can hand it to me when I want you to hand it to me. You really do not have to bow. Okay. Have you seen the counter complaint?
No, I'm not aware of a filed counter complaint. And for the record, I haven't seen a copy of an answer, haven't seen any writings by the defendant.
Okay, so let me just back up a second. What did your report reveal?
It revealed conspiracy and perjury by the landlord, Mr. Weasel, and
Oh my gosh.
investigators.
No.
Oh,
You had an inspection.
Yes.
Or
the inspection determined that there is a complete infestation
of what?
of rats. A complete infestation. There's rodents everywhere. Throughout the home in areas like the rotary room and wide open, and you shouldn't see. This is usually a sign of an infestation. The loose material underneath the dresser and behind the stove is from the rats trying to create a nest. The loose material behind the stove is from the stove's insulation. And be very.
Who's this from?
It could be a fire hazard. This is from a company called Proof that has over 100 years. And I have colored photos and I have the it's licensed and insured.
Okay, just let me,
Would you like a copy?
thank you.
I gave the kind lawyer a copy of this. Sorry. I don't know if that's, did you give him what I gave you?
Yes.
Okay, so we have. Right, that is what I have. So the most sort of technician comments are there are more pictures I did not.
Okay, were these pictures a part of his report?
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge. This is,
Okay.
I haven't slept a single night since August. I called the police twice because I thought there was people outside my house, but it's really just a rat infestation. I've tried to get resolved and they wouldn't do walkarounds. So since August, I haven't.
Called the police on the rats?
This is the rats. Yes, there was more creatures. The whole house was just, there was holes in the skirting and there's proof. There's holes in it underneath the cabinets are connected to the wall. It's a complete rat hotel. I hear them every night. They chew my property. This is complete opposite of what this client said. His inspector is my next door neighbor. There's a conflict of interest in here. There's conspiracy,
Okay.
perjury. I might take this to trial to get them on record, so I can later sue them.
Okay.
I might take this
All
to trial
right.
to get them on record.
Okay, all right.
I might. You're judge.
Well, we welcome any trial if you would like to file an answer and a counter complaint. Your Honor, frankly, This is the first that plaintiff is hearing of rats. And this whole case it's on non-payment. For weeks or maybe months, the defendant has been complaining of a beaver or a badger under his premises. My client has been taking steps like trapping, poison, inspection under the premises, outside of the premises. We filed a non-payment complaint, and the defendant still did not raise this issue. First hearing, second hearing.
Trust me, counsel, I remember everything
Thank you, Judge.
on this, and I just, what's in your counterclaim?
My counterclaim, Judge, has a photo evidence of a complete rat infestation, the complete opposite of what.
Okay, but is that the countercomplaint?
I mean, this is enough for his client to be convicted of perjury and conspiracy.
I don't know what that means. I'm just asking, is that your countercomplaint?
Yes, Judge.
Can I see that? And counsel, I'll let you take a look. I just am trying to. Oh. Gloria, we'll see. Here. It's the report.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, this just proves everything that he's been saying the whole time. Because this is a licensed and insured rodent pest control with over 100 years of experience. And his rodent and pest control man lives on the same property that Mr. Weasel owns, which is a conflict of interest. And he's not licensed or insured. The inspector doesn't even own his own vehicle. He lives with his kind elderly father. And he used this.
Sir, do you understand that
I don't understand.
is not, it's clear that is not a countercomplaint.
Should I put it in writing?
Well, that's usually where it starts.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know there's an order of operations and proper, ways of operating here. I thought this was sufficient for the court, that this is a professional who's licensed and insured with multiple lines contradicting the plaintiff's claims. And I want to make a deal. I want to leave. I feel like I'm being attacked.
You want to go?
My deal is, my proposed deal is not a serious one. I do want to go, but
I don't know what that means.
yeah,
What do you mean?
I would like to hear a deal. I could propose a deal, but I mean, I really want to stay here and get this rats out of my bedroom. It's literally in my bedroom. It's literally I have a stick just to poke the rats underneath the dresser. I literally have a rat stick next to my bed. For the record, I literally have a rat stick next to my bed for 5 months. So I could put this in writing. And I'm sorry to waste court time. I've been trying to make a deal, but I tried to do a walk around and I tried to do a proper investigation months ago, but
Okay, sir,
yes,
there are certain ways that you would have to do an answer and a counter complaint. Okay? And you need paragraph by paragraph laying out your allegations as against the plaintiff, as well as answering the plaintiff's claims in this case. You follow me?
No, I don't understand. I thought I did that when I first did the paperwork for the contract. Like, it says like, how do you respond to the claims? And I was just like, yeah, I disagree with everything but like the money portion. So, I just thought this was like pretty cut and simple. Like, if there's a fly in your steak, you're not going to charge it with potatoes.
But sir, you started out with like a beaver or some large like badger type animal under there. Then when you came back the last time, we weren't talking rats. You were talking about mice and the baseboards being ground zero and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I get here today and now these mice have grown and now they're rats.
Oh yeah, the problem's Problem's gotten way worse. I agree with you, Judge. Problem's way worse now.
You're not really saying the mice grew into rats.
I'm saying that the rats have been there the whole time and that we haven't done a proper inspection. We haven't been proper since the beginning.
All right.
Sir, Judge.
Sir, go ahead.
It's plaintiff's position that to the extent this is a defense about habitability, that this is the tenant's willful and that the tenant has caused these through irresponsible conduct and or lack of conduct. To the extent he has a rat stick or anything else, this is the first plaintiff is hearing of it. This should have been
a rat stick.
This is to the extent the landlord should have trapped, should have baited, should have taken any steps, we needed to have been made aware. We were not made aware. It's clear to me that defendant has taken no meaningful steps to resolve the issue. His living conditions invite the issue, and that we can't be in a position, the landlord cannot be in a position to check in on the defendant to ensure that his quality of life is where maybe it should be. I submit to the court that there is no tribal issue here. To the extent the court disagrees or believes that there should be another chance to file something in writing, I think this needs to go to a trial, a short trial.
I want a bench judgment.
I'm sorry?
I want a bench trial, Judge.
Well, that's all you're entitled to at this point because I don't have a jury fee. So
Correct.
So
one other point for the record, Your Honor, is that management understands that. So there have been attempts to go out for the beaver or badger, and there have been attempts to assist with skirting and other various issues raised over the months. Management has been responsive, but understands that there was at some point, defendant in the last month or so made a comment to a neighbor saying that he would shoot management if they came and knocked on his door. He also claims that management has stolen hamburger off of his counter. So we're not sure if these allegations or threats are real, and we have to assume that they are. And this is part of management's concern, is that, frankly, that the situation has broken down, and I think a trial would show that there were no attempts to bring management in on the rat, the mouse, or other issues other than the badger or beaver. And those have been proven or shown through the unsworn statement to be flatly false. Mr. Janowiak's inspector clearly did not see any signs of a badger or beaver either.
okay. So how long is it going to take for you to put your complaints in writing to the court?
I don't understand what I should put,
Well, you're going to need to understand.
because I thought this was, so I know I'm not asking for legal advice.
Good.
But I
I
need to
don't
just-
give it to you.
Right. So, and I this is quite the maze. And that's my ignorance. So I can put something in writing within 7 days, once I understand what to put, that's gonna be acceptable to the
All
court.
right, you're going to need to get to figure it out in the next 2 days. The defendant to file a written answer.
A written answer to what? A written answer
To the complaint.
to the complaint, and the complaint is what, Judge? I don't know. I don't understand what the complaint is.
All right. You got served with a complaint. That's what brought you here. You need to file an answer to that complaint. And if you got a complaint against the landlord, you need to file what's called a counter complaint, or your complaint against him. That you keep trying to hand me is not a complaint. It is not a counter complaint. It is nothing for the court at this point.
I don't understand. So I will submit what so
You're to file a written answer and or counter complaint
To the clerk.
You're to do that by December 3rd. Filing of that will only be complete once you file it with the court and you serve counsel with a copy,
I don't understand how to serve counsel.
usually by email.
I don't have proper access to email all the time. That's why there's like lack.
Okay, get a stamp, put it in an envelope and send it to them.
It's got to get it twice a year, basically. Judge.
No, you gotta, when you file it with the court, you have to serve them a copy because you have to acknowledge that you've given them a copy of what you're filing with the court. Then, so you're to do that by December 3rd. I will give you time to look at that. I'm gonna go right to final settlement conference on it. And so I'm gonna set a final settlement conference on this case, which is the step before we go to trial. Set that for December 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. That is in person, and all parties must be present. Now, I'm going to let you know, I want you to understand this, sir. I have a lot of latitude if you don't follow the court's directions. So if you don't file an answer or a counter complaint, but if you don't submit something in writing in its proper form, I'm going to grant them possession. I'm going to grant them a judgment. I'm just going to let you know that.
I will submit a written response. So,
Is there anything else?
no, Judge.
I had great trepidation to ask.
What trepidation?
Never mind.
Could you define that?
Never mind. No,
I don't
I-
understand what trepidation.
I'm saying I didn't really want to ask you if there's anything else because I didn't want to hear anything else. All right? Just to be blunt about that. But as a matter of courtesy, I have to make sure that everybody's been heard.
Yes, Judge.
Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Sweet. Thank you. Everybody have a good holiday. Is this your only copy, counsel?
Yes, it is.
All right, so
I'm gonna-
I'll. We're gonna stand in recess. I'll be right back, I swear.
You have got to be kidding me. What? What is going on today? This is joke. Today is an absolute joke. He needs an interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself sometimes.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed, we're gonna start bringing people in person. We're gonna learn how to act in a courtroom.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am? Ma'am? Can you hear it?
No,
Okay.
no, no, trust me, out of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.